Hello and welcome to Nelly's Nerd Cave. I'm Neil, and on this channel I share my love of tech and gaming with tips, tutorials and reviews based on my experience. Today I'm reviewing the Tonor TD510 USB and XLR dynamic microphone, so join me in a minute for an in-depth review. Hi and welcome back, and I've been streaming my gameplay over the past few months now and decided that a new microphone was in order. So I purchased this, the Tonor TD510. This is a dynamic microphone with both USB and XLR connectivity. This kind of looks like a well-known expensive Shure SM7B and is probably a direct competitor to it, but I'm not sure. However, this is of course a lot more affordable at £69. Having never owned a Shure SM7B, I'm only able to kind of do the research into it, and I see that the other mic is solid, but it has a very limited functionality with just XLR. This one here is both XLR and USB. It also has some other features as well. So I thought I would share my thoughts with you on this particular microphone. So why do my thoughts matter, and what makes me an expert in this particular subject? Well, absolutely nothing. I play games online and want my sound to be as good as it can be. And I'm obsessed with making my videos sound great, and sometimes I get it right and other times I get it so wrong I get so frustrated with myself and get really mad. Obviously, not every device is made equally, and each device has their own pros and cons. So I do feel like there is no perfect microphone, and I've tried wireless mics and all sorts of things. So it's basically what would actually work for you and what will actually work for the thing that you're actually trying to do well with is a different matter. And after a few months with this, I feel that the Tonor TD510 is a great budget microphone. They're offering this particular microphone as a dynamic microphone. It's got great functionality, and what it means by a dynamic microphone is that it kind of focuses more on your voice. It does a great job of rejecting the background noises, which you'll see later on. So, what do you get inside the box? First of all, you get this TD510 microphone. A nice little design, looks very similar to another particular expensive brand that I mentioned earlier. And if I take this off, it's going to make some noise, but it's got wonderful microphone in there, and the capsule's just in the top of here, and the wind muff kind of covers it up nicely. Cover your ears. There we go. That's supposed to stop your plosives. You get an XLR cable. Not that I would kind of use this particular XLR cable because it's not very friendly as far as flexibility is concerned, and I don't like these particular ones because they seem a bit cheap and cheerful. You get a USB cable, and there's an XLR and a USB cable connection on the back, along with a headphone pass-through. And this headphone pass-through is really good because it has zero latency, which means you don't have this weirdness like you do with some other budget microphones where you speak, then you hear it. So you don't end up with that weirdness. And like I say, you get the XLR cable as well. This is a plug and play microphone, so what you get is you can literally plug it into the USB, you can stick it into any USB port, you don't need to install any particular drivers to get this particular thing working, and it just functions. It sees it straight away on the computer, and you can just use it in anything such as OBS. Now with my purchase, what I got with this was a little kit type thing, and it came with this stand that it's on, and every time I touch it you'll be able to hear that my fingers it kind of resonates the sound as well. But I got this sturdy stand, and it is really quite nice for what it is. Again, you can move it up and down, just twist this knob and it moves up and down. Okay, it weighs quite a lot, it's 536 grams. It does keep this microphone very sturdy. I'm not going to use it on the stand. I'm going to be using it on a low profile arm that's next to my computer when I'm playing games, so it just doesn't get in the way. So, on to what it sounds like. So you need to let me know in the comments below what you think it sounds like. Does it sound good? But I feel that throughout the tests that I've done and throughout playing all the games over the past few months, that you get a really nice, clean, crisp, clear sound. You do get a cardioid pattern. Now, this means that it focuses everything on the front of the microphone, and it does its best to reject things from behind the microphone. So any noise that comes from behind it, it kind of does its best to be able to get rid of that. Now, even though you do have that, sometimes you get a little bit of bleed from other sounds coming from the side, and sometimes if it's a really loud sound from the back, then it will bleed in. But that's how the cardioid pattern works. Now, the cardioid pattern, if you think about this more of like a heart shape, that's the way that the cardioid pattern looks. Now, I promised you earlier that I would show you what it sounds like. Now, as you can hear from the front, it's very good. This is probably, 2-3 inches away. Sounds absolutely perfect. Now, as of off-axis rejection, this is me talking directly into it, so you can hear that, and it's right in front. So now if I turn it round to the side, you'll notice that the sound changes, and that's because of the cardioid pattern. And again, if I just tilt this again to the back, you'll find that my voice almost disappears. So again, if I come all the way back to the other side, my voice starts coming back. And then eventually, as I turn it round to the front, my voice is back, as you can hear. So it's picking up really well, and it does this really great cardioid pattern. So I find that it's been really good and really useful to enhance what I'm doing. Going a little further into the details as far as when you use it on USB, which is what I'm mainly using it on. I could use the XLR, but I don't really want to. I bought it for the USB connectivity, but if I needed to connect it to anything that has XLR, which I do have a few things, I can do. Now, you get 96 kilohertz of input sample rate when you record this, which is ample. It's more than enough than you actually need. You may have noticed that it's very bass heavy. Like when I record it through my PC and I've kind of played it back, what tends to happen is you get this really deep, thick sound, and you're probably going to get that from this one quite a lot. But ultimately, in the end, it comes to how you like the sound of it. Again, for me, I feel like it sounds good. It works fine with my voice. It does enhance the low end, and that's the thing that you're actually looking for. I don't know if this matches with your particular voice, but if you feel that you have a very high-pitched voice and that one of them that really kind of gets a bit annoying to other viewers every so often, then you may find that this is able to tame that down. So it sounds a little bit more flat. If your voice is already boomy, this may make it very excessively boomy when using this particular mic. So you need to kind of change the way that it sounds through post settings and stuff like that. Some features of this microphone include this particular one has a mute button here, and as I talk, then I can switch it off, then switch it back on. Okay, and you can mute that. And what you can actually do as well is with this one, what are we on? So at the moment, you've got two LEDs at the top here. One of them is the microphone, and you can press the plus button or the minus button to make the gain go up or the gain go down. You can also change the volume of the headphone output. And what you do is you hold the middle M button and the LED flips over, and then you can change the volumes of your output for your headphones. So you can make your headphones a little bit louder if you want. And if you really want to go back to changing the gain of your microphone again, you hold the M button down and it should flip back over, and you're able to get back to that setting and progress how you wanted. Overall, this is pretty decent microphone, and with all things, there are some problems that tend to come up, and it tends to be a little teeny tiny sensitive to plosives, where sometimes when I've been using it where I thought I wasn't actually in that direction or I wasn't very close to it, then I could actually pop the microphone and I feel it would be very sensitive to that type of thing. So what I tend to do is I tend to kind of have it off to this side, just slightly off to one side, so that it gets rid of those potential issues of having a plosive. So little things that you can do with it. It is nice. It's very well built. It's all metal, so it is one of those things that you can that really exudes quality. But it's very cheap, and it's really good for that budget-conscious gamer. Overall, I feel that with using different microphones over those years and years of me using different things in different environments, etc., that these particular things are getting better and better. And incrementally over the years, they've kind of took off really well, and the capsules and the electronics and the way that they make these things work have got absolutely fabulous. And the Tonor TD510 has really started to improve the quality of my streams, the quality of my sound, and generally the look, because it does look far better than some of the cheaper microphones that you can get that look quite big or bulky or have flashy things like RGB that have no detrimental effect to how that particular microphone sounds. I do like it. It's very simple, it's very easy, it's very cheap, it's very budget orientated. I think it's fantastic. And if you want to do streaming or podcasting or something to not kind of break that bank, then you can give you a good quality, reliable audio. This could be the microphone for you. So I hope this has been really useful, and I hope that you found this video very helpful. So I'll leave the links in the description below, and if you want to pick one up, you can follow the link. They're not affiliated, it's just an Amazon link that you can follow, and purchase the TD510. And if you don't mind, please do me a favour, hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Hit that like button if you like what's going on here, and also ding the notification bell below so that you can be notified for future videos. And until next time, I'll see you all later in Nelly's Nerd Cave.